Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. For the safety of the players and all attendees, the Anguilla Football League requests that you refrain from standing at the rails or running in the walkways. We also remind you that spectators are not allowed to go onto the field or interrupt play in any manner.
Please welcome your two teams in today's matchup.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Pleasant good evening to one and all. Welcome once again to live football coverage brought to you by AI Live from the Raymond E. Gishad Stadium right here in Rainbow City, Anguilla. And this evening, your commentator is Tony Fleming, yes. And this evening, we are featuring the match midweek, well, not midweek, but our week. In-week games, we see the Shining Stars. They're doing battle against the Youngsters. These two teams are easily matched and certainly going to look to see how best they can get 3 points from this encounter here this evening. So if you have just joined us, we want to say welcome once again. The Shining Stars, they are in the yellow and purple, and the Youngsters, they are in their traditional orange and black, kicking from north to south. We are into the 5th minute of play. Our referee this evening is John. He's assisted by Corwin. And on the far side, that looks like Hilton on the far side of, no, that's Mr. Albert Burton. Our 4th official is Mr. Ambrell Richardson. And we do hope that you will enjoy this match as we bring it to you here this evening. So it's the Shining Stars. They are trying to mount an attack. That one being pushed through, but that one is going to go all the way to the goalkeeper there. Esther Ward in the Youngsters goal. Tosses out to number 4, who loses out to the speedy number 5 in Vanterpool. This could be dangerous. It's Vanterpool. She looks up. A shot at goal, but partially stopped there by goalkeeper Esther. And cleared there by the Youngsters defender there, clearing for a throw-in, averting the danger. But it was a nice little play there from the diminutive, speedy number 5 in Vanterpool. They're speeding down the right side, getting beyond the defender, and having a shot at goal. Esther Ward diving to her right, was able to partially save, and we see the ball just trickling into the part of the central defender there for the Youngsters, and she was able to clear for no damage. Throw taken quickly, the ball being booted out. Here is Adriana. She's been challenged, but that one is going to be a throw in there. Quickly taken by Adriana to Richardson, the number 11 player, but headed away by the Shining Stars. Ball being booted upfield. This could be dangerous. There, the striker. She's trying to get around the player, the defender there, but World Shepherd having a shot at goal, but Esther Ward is equal to the task. She collects cleanly and covers nicely. I'm just going to give you the name of the team just a bit. Here this evening. Here is Vanterpool, number 5 again. She is speeding down the right. True ball nicely there to the player there, but the diminutive number 3 central defender coming across and clearing the ball into touch. Getting that danger away from the goal of the Youngsters. And it's a throw deep into the defensive third, that is. Trying to Myself set up here because mosquitoes. Here is number 10, Adriana. Um, did was able to pass the ball and picked up a knock there, and so it's the Shining Stars coming over with it again. Here is the player there in the number 21 for Shining Stars. I've been able to control on the ball going into touch for a throw-in. The team sheet reads the Youngsters. It's Carissa Benjamin, number 6, number 15, Akira Brooks, number 10, Adriana Connor, number 3, Regina Richards, number 11, Sharice Richardson, number 18, Tiara Richardson, number 4, Janica Fleming, number 12, Janilka Richardson Fleming, and number 8, Shaquila Romney, number 21, goalkeeper Esther Ward, and number 22, Tynika Woodley. That's the starting lineup for the Youngsters. We are into the 10th minute of play. It's the Youngsters playing in the gold and black, going to the north. Here is Shining Stars. Now intercepted coming away, but only as far as the boot ad of the Youngsters player. Number 4 trying to find good 1-2 ball there, but number 4 not being able to control, and she's been number 13. She looks up and squares back, but pushed away there to the Youngsters player. Here is the ball coming through, players coming through, but the clearance, and that one is going to run into touch for a throw in there to the Shining Stars. We've got Coach Dino, and we have got Coach Kareem. They are both at the touchline, making sure that they would share all the necessary advice they will need to at least encourage their team. Here we see a ball pushed through, and the defender there beaten out, but Esther Ward coming off of her line smartly and clearing for a throw in there to the Shining Stars as they advance further into the defense. The attacking third there of the defense for the Youngsters. Shining Stars teams read number 12, Carissa Barry, number 13, Roxanne Bracha, number 4, Takeda Bryan, number 10, Adele Gibbons, number 8, Tyler Hines, number 19, Janella Lake, number 2, Anissa Matthew, number 3, Makisha Minute, number 10, so that's number 11, that would be Adele Gibbons, and number 10, Isabel Rosario, number 21, Javanique Singh, number 5, Kiana Vanterpool. Here is Kiana Vanterpool, number 5. She's trying to find one of her teammates there, but cleared away. And the ball is with Richardson. She passes to Connor, number 10. She looks further to her right, but defensive midfield here coming back and cutting out. Boots the ball upfield, and here is Romney clearing upfield and into touch for a throw-in there deep into the defensive half of the Shining Stars. There, it's still 0-0 in this first half in our Tuesday game, Shining Stars versus the Youngsters, and both of these two teams, they are jockeying for position in the points table, and certainly show the team that comes away with all 3 points here this evening will certainly be in possession of the second spot. Here we see a show coming in, but that's number 4 there in the right back, the person of Youngsters, Janika Richardson Fleming, just booting that one way upfield, and it's going to be a throw-in to the Shining Stars, this time all the way deep at the corner flag in their defensive half. So the the Youngsters, they are looking to push. Yes, Kay, she passes to Richardson Fleming, number 4, who boots it over, and the defenders there for Shining, just leaving the ball rolling to touch for a goal kick there to the Shining Stars. It's we're into the 15th minute of play. It's Tuesday evening football here, the female division, with the Shining Stars taking on the Youngsters. Here we see a clearance, but not well handled there. The defender, she just cleared it into touch for a throw-in. Didn't really look to see where the positioning of our players were. Just hitting that one gently into touch for a throw-in. There we see trying to clear over, but misses there. That's number 9 in minute, trying to get around the defender there, but not being able to do so. That's Peter, sorry. Heads going up, headed away there by number 6, K, heading away there for the Youngsters. Still 0-0. And both teams have certainly got their supporters in. Handful of spectators here looking at this match here this evening. So just some back and forth, no real. Here we see Adriana trying to link up there with her striker there, but loses out. And here is Shining Stars. They're trying to get on the attack late, trying to get around the number 22 there, but still coming away with it. She passes inside. Number 20, number 10 picks up and knocks back, and that ball just chipped over, and Esther is going to pick that one up. She's going to come off a line and pick that one up. As we see, game has been stopped for some attention to be given to the player over there on the far end of the pitch. It seems to be a Shining Stars player. Player seems to be okay. Medics wasn't summoned at this time, and so they have been ball has been tossed back into play. Here is Adriana tussling for the midfield player, but this is Vanterpool. Nice flick through move there, but not getting it as she would like. This here is the number 18 there for the Shining Stars, playing in the striking position, coming across and winning a corner there. There for the Youngsters, corner for the Youngsters. Number 15. She throws it back to number 4, finds number 15, trying to get around at Vanterpool. Vanterpool picks up, and in an attempt to get past the number 18 player there for Youngsters, ball coming off the legs of the number 15 player in the person of Hero Brooks. Here is Brooks. Passes to Richardson Fleming. Blocked and into touch. Blocked there by the number 3 player there. So we are into the 19 minutes of play. It's still 0-0. Even Stevens here for both teams. There's the really trying to not being able to string as many passes as they would like in this match so far. And then both teams, they are really not trying to give anything easy away and clearing as often as they can. You see the ball being booted upfield, miscontrolled there by Adriana. The ball bounced between 2 players there, number 21 clears. Here is Shining Stars trying to mount an attack. Controlled there by number 5. She dribbles past 1. Looks up and looks over, but the number 3 central defender there, diminutive, clears. Here is K, number 6. They boots the ball upfield to Adriana. Cut out there by the Shining Stars. Here you see a chip through, but cleared by the number 8. Here is Vanterpool. Trying to get around. Does find number 10, nice pullback. She tries to cross, but only finds the boot of the number 3 central defender there. She boots upfield. Number 18 is running away from the ball, actually. But it's the Shining Stars with it now. They are trying to string some passes together, cleared away. You see some nifty work there, but tripped. They've been tripped there, and she's beckoning for some movements, that is, because she didn't have the movements that she would have liked, and so was not able to really make the necessary passes that she wanted to make. Into the 21st minute of play, it's still 0-0 between the Shining Stars and the Youngsters. Here you see kick coming over, but Ward is equal to the task. She collects on the bounce. Comes closer to her 18 yards box and boots the ball upfield. Here is Adriana. Tries to control, but she's hounded there by the defender. Gets around the number 21 player. Nice move there by Adriana. Finds K, number 6. And a 1-2 there trying to find Adriana, but don't think she would have caught that one, and coupled with the flag going up for an offside as well. So a good combination there. Work there by Adriana and K, but aside from running too far, found herself in an offside position, and then at the same time the pass on the ball was a bit heavy as well. So it's free kick to Shining Stars. You see heads going up, number 6K, but that's going to be an infringement. And handball called there by referee John. Free kick taken. Here is Vanterpool. Squares, but cut out there by the Youngsters defender and eventually cleared into touch for a throw-in. So apart from that shot from Vanterpool earlier on that Ward was able to partially save, we have not seen a lot of activities within each box here, and well, the Youngster start that they had earned, it was a throw into the Shining Stars. the Youngsters thought that they would have won a throw-in, but not being able to do that. And it's an infringement again, this time called there by Corwin. And it's going to be a free kick just about 6 yards from the corner flag on the left side of the defensive third there for the Youngsters. Let's see, and this is going to be taken by, is that the number 13 player there for Shining Stars? We'll see how well the Youngsters deal with this spot kick. We see nice chip coming over, heads going up, and a shot coming on goal, and it's a goal into the back of the net. The corner, the cross came across, was just partially cleared. The ball just fell in the box. The defender they were trying to really get their boot on the ball to clear it, but the sharpness of the Shining Stars player there coming around and was able to just push that one into the back of the net past the diving outstretched arm of Esther Ward. And Esther, not sure whether or not her ego is bruised a little bit, but it seems as though she has picked up a knock there, not being able to save that ball. And the physiotherapist, they were called on to see how best they can attend to her. But it's 1-0. That goal coming in the 23rd minute of play. Sorry, the 24th minute of play. That goal coming into the 24th minute of play. So it's 1-0 in favor of the Shining Stars. And I'm certainly sure that the Youngsters, they will need to regroup to see how best back they can they can pull this goal back, as the treatment has been given to Esther Ward. They probably just in her effort in diving to save that ball, maybe just landed a little bit on the awkward side and might have just taken a knock there. She's up now and seems to be okay to continue. She just stretches her left side, so to speak. So probably she just came down heavy on her left side. But judging from things, she will be able to continue, and that's good. No, it might be a little bit disappointed that that one had ended up into the back of the net, but the Youngsters, they only have themselves to blame, not dealing with the free kick properly, not getting it cleared as far as they would have liked. The ball dropping just beyond the 6-yard box. And the Shining Stars player there will get the name of the goal scorer for you in just a little bit. Was able to just gently squeeze it into the back of the old onion bag. So here is the Youngsters, number 18, trying to boot the ball forward, but only as far as the defender there who cuts out. Here is the Youngsters. It's trying to go down the flank. Number 18 running onto it, trying to get around the defender there as she was chased. And the ball bouncing off of the shin of the player there and going into touch for a throw in there to the Youngsters deep into the attacking third. And they certainly will want to get back on level terms here quickly. You see throw taken, cross coming in but blocked there. And here is Shining Stars. They're still trying to come away with it. Finally does. And not a good way to control that ball at all. There's number 4 booting the ball forward. Shari trying to string some pass. There's a shot coming in on goal, but this time this one is going to go wide of the goalkeeper's left upright there, and it's a goal kick there to the Shining Stars heading into the 28th minute of play. It's 1-0 in favor of Shining Stars. Goals scored in the 24th minute of play. name of the scorer. We are still searching for that. We'll bring it to you as soon as it becomes available to us. But it's the Shining Stars here, leading 1-0, looking to defend. Clearance taken. Here is Lake. She cuts in, but the player there just not able to return the pass and cleared by number 8. That's Keeler. Cleared into touch for a goal kick. A throw-in for Shining Stars. Throw taken quickly, trying to find Lake, but Lake has been challenged and ball is being pushed upfield to the Youngsters player there. Tried to go further upfield, but not finding Adriana as she would have liked. Here is number 21. Only find Shari. Shari trying to find Adrian. Adrian controls, cuts around, cuts back, and shifts to her right and finds the midfielder there on the far side. Cross coming in, but a very tame one. And the goalkeeper there in the Shining Stars goal was able to come and collect cleanly. She boots the ball upfield nicely. Here is Shakila running onto it. But Esther is going to come close to her 18-yard box, collects, and she boots the ball upfield. Heads going up, headed away there, trying to find Vanterpool. Vanterpool trying to find number 13, does so. And further afield to Jenel. Here is Lake. Lake's shot on goal, but nicely collected there by Esther. She's looking like a real goalkeeper, collecting in fashion, and was able to gobble that one up. So it is 1-0. We are into the 31st minute of play here. The Youngsters trailing the Shining Stars by a goal and looking to get back on equal terms. Here I see a big boot, field number 4, but the striker there in the number 18 there for the Youngsters, not in her normal striking position. This one is going to go roll into touch. Not a good clearance there from the Shining Stars keeper at all. So we see the crowd building up nicely though. Quite a bit more spectators came into the park as the match continues. So taken. That's Case. Case back to number 4, who tries to boot the ball upfield, but only as far as the player in the middle there for the Shining Stars. She in turn gives it away to K. K goes further to the right, finds the player over there who trying an effort, trying to find Adriana Connor, the number 10 player, not being able to do so. But here is Lake now. Here is Lake. She's bearing down on goal. Here is good control and a shot, and it's a goal. Goal! I'm not sure, but Esther seems as though she has damaged something again on that goal, and not good work, not good defense there at all on the part of the Youngsters. They did not defend that ball well at all. It was Lake who took the ball down the wing. She did cross it into the box. Not a real difficult cross to deal with, but the defenders there for the Shining Stars were a bit out of place, all at sea, and the striker there, the number 13 striker there, was able to just pick it up and just slot it past. Esther again diving to, this time she was diving to her right, but the kick was the shot was well placed and she had no chance, and only in an effort to really try and see if she could have gotten a finger touch on that one, might have, injured some part of her finger, so to speak, but she's not grimacing in pain from my vantage point. The physiotherapists, they're there along with our central defender in Shakila, but they will certainly need to regroup, get themselves together, and get back into the dressing room and try to see how best they can really organize themselves at all, because they have not been very much organized at the back at all. So Ward is still there. She's up, and just a little bit disappointed that she could not have kept that one out of the back of the net, but they are trailing by 2 goals and going to be an uphill for the youngsters. Here is number 3. Finds number 4, who just boots the ball upfield. She might be very well advised to, instead of just booting the field, just take a time, look up, pick passes, and just try to find a player, as opposed to just, as soon as the ball comes, just hits it up the field, whether or not the players players are in position or not. She just more or less just say, well, okay, let me just get it out of my danger area. And by so doing, kind of gives up a lot of the youngsters' possessions, as they would want to capitalize on those possessions that they have gained and use them wisely. Here is the Shining Stars on the attack, but Adriana doing good work. Winning the ball away. She dribbles past one, but loses out there. And here we see number 15 now. Number 15. And, number 15 giving it away again there for the youngsters to the Shining Stars. And Shining Stars trying to find Jenna Lake on the far end, but cut out there by the defender there. She looks up. She tried to dribble past Janelle, but going to give away a throw there. Ball go into touch for a throw in there to the Shining Stars, who are in the ascendancy here. Just taking the 2 opportunities that's been given to them, put them into the back of the net, and has seen themselves in an advantage here of a 2-goal cushion heading into the latter part of this first half. Esther coming off of a line and collecting. So it's good to see that no serious damage, no serious injury that would prevent her from, not being able to continue. Here we see clearance coming up. Shakila coming up. Number 3 boots the ball upfield, trying to find number 15, but can't reach her. And good work there by Vanterpool. She's very fleet-footed, very, composed and well-balanced as well. And, really plays well. Not being able to keep that one in goal, into the field, sorry. Here is the throw taken by number 4. Find Adriana. Adriana is being challenged here by number 4. Adriana cuts across and a nice pass over on the far side. Is the player going to get onto it? She's trying to get around the defender there, but defender equal to the task. Just putting that one into touch for a throw in there in the attacking deep in the attacking third of the youngsters. They certainly would want to look to pull a goal back here this afternoon, this evening. And throw taken quickly. Player trying to cut that one back in, trying to chip that one back in, not getting the desired direction. And the goalkeeper collects and boots upfield. Number 3 partially clears, but winning a throw there is the Shining Stars. So they are the ones who are mostly on the front foot here. They are sure leading, well comfortably placed at 2-0. Certainly sure the youngsters for sure will have other ideas. Choke coming in, but put in the touch again. And the coach in Kareem. We are still at this sideline. Dino is still at the sideline as well. You would want to feel that he might want to think that, well, yeah, we are up 2-0. I can just sit down and watch my team play now, but he's still barking orders and making sure that everything is set. Here, throw coming in. Picked up there. Shining Stars, nice cut there. Cross coming in. This time dealt with better by the defender there for our youngsters. And again, ball put into touch, this time by the number 10 player, Adriana, sorry. As we head to the 40th minute of play, it is Shining Stars in the goal and the purple leading 2-0. The youngsters, they are certainly, maybe they're just thinking, okay, we'll just not concede any more goals. Let's just try to play out this half and keep the score at 2-0, and then maybe we can come back, regroup in the second half, and this time mount a concerted effort and attack going downhill the other end and see whether or not they can pull 1 or 2 goals back. But it's a throw-in deep into the attacking third of the Shining Stars, and they are leading 2-0. Here is Shining Stars, but cleared away there. And the ball is going to roll into touch for another throw in there to the Shining Stars. That's on the left-hand side of the attacking third. So they have been deep into that area for quite some time. Throw coming in. This time Lake miscontrols, and it's going to be the youngsters. Here is the throw coming in, but only as far as the boot of the Shining Stars. Lake trying to cut in as she had done before, but cut out there again. Ball being booted over. Here is Lake. And there's a shot on goal, and Ward, well covered, but you can see that she's feeling some effects on that right finger or wrist somewhat. She collects it cleanly, but then she, just pushed her hand back with feeling the pain. Here, this is a clearance. Here is number 5. She tries to go past the number 15 player there, not getting around. Here is number 4, passes to number 15. Here is just number 11, but one there, back there by the number 8 player. Here is number 3, Minute. Here is number 13, Central, the striker there for the Shining Stars. And she was certainly in an offside position, and the referee's assistant there in Corwin, right on the spot, was able to spot that one. can hear the fans in the stand saying, "Let's go, Youngsters." And here is number 5. The biggest mistake she could have made was that she let the ball drop, and after that, it was very difficult for her to control. Ball going into touch for a throw in there to the Youngsters. Here with the number 4, trying to find the number 18 player there, but not being able to do so. Ball ping-ponging off the head of the Shining Stars, of the Youngsters there, and into touch for a throw-in to the Shining Stars. They're leading some 2-0 as we head to the 4th play. We're going to get somewhere in maybe about 3-4 minutes injury time. So taking heads going up. Number 4 there in Richardson Fleming trying to clear, but partially. And here is K not being able to clear. Here's number 5. Beats K. Beats the number 4 player. She's going down the wing. Number 5 in Vanderpool, but challenged there nicely by number 3. Vanderpool still with it. Not getting around K this time, but the ball is still with the Shining Stars. They knocked it all the way to the back, and the ball's been booted over field, cleared partially there by the defender there for the Youngsters. Lake now trying to cut inside, find number 3, but number 3 is blocked. That one was chipped over, but Esther reading well and reading nicely, coming off of her line and picking that one up. She boots the ball upfield. That ball is going to run into touch off of the Shining Stars player there for a goal kick to the Youngsters. And I'm only seeing on the board is that 2 minutes. Well, certainly sure they would have lost more than 2 minutes, but 2 minutes it is that the 4th official in Amber Richardson has shown us. It's a free kick there for the Shining Stars, and for the Youngsters, sorry. Free kick for the Youngsters, and they are certainly going to look to see at least if they can get this one deep into the box. Here is Richardson, chips over, in ball getting through. Here is Adriana trying to get around the defender there, and defender there for the Shining Stars. Could have only put that one into touch deep into the attacking third there for the Youngsters. Here you see another clearance. Only as far as the right defender there. She looks up, being challenged there now. She's trying to get around the player there, and she might have wisely done to knock that ball back from early. But here is the Youngsters on the attack again. Cut out and cleared. This looks like the Shining Stars there saying, well, we're not taking any chances at all. We'll just boot it out and wait for the final minute to elapse here on a score that they are leading some 2-0. Here you see throw taken quickly, cross coming through, block there. Here is number 3. She knocks the ball back to Shakila. Shakila looks up and still looking up, knocks it to Richardson Fleming, number 4. She looks up and tries to does find number 15, yes, but number 15 challenged, nicely defended there by the Shining Stars. And that's the final whistle. They're not going to get a throw. It's a final whistle. So we have played some 47 minutes, 45 minutes plus 2 for injury time in this first half, the Shining Stars versus the Youngsters. It's the Shining Stars. They have certainly would be feeling the better of the two teams at halftime, because at the moment they have already put 2 goals into the bag. And so it's 2-0 in favor of the Shining Stars. We look forward to joining you in the next 10-15 minutes. Until then, we're going to back to Master Control until we get the cue. Then we'll bring you the second half, this exciting second half it will be, and certainly I'm sure that they will be looking to get back on track. So until then, join us in 15 minutes' time. Well, welcome back again for the second half of our in-week match Tuesday. That is female. It's the Shining Stars. They are taking on the Youngsters this evening. And thank you for staying with us for the first half, and we do hope that this second half will be even more of an exciting one for you. More goals, more action. I'm certainly sure that the Youngsters, they will look to see how best they can claw their way back into this match. They've got 40 minutes injury time will be had to do so, but they are trading 2 goals. Two goals. Shining Stars versus the Youngsters. It's the Youngsters with the halftime kick. Yeah, there was Adriana trying to go down the line there, but ball being put into touch for a throw-in. So we will see whether or not the pep talk given by Coach Karim Boris, whether or not he would have instilled some drive and some force into the Shining Stars team, because they will certainly need to look to get back on even terms here if they really are to get anything from this match. Yes, the number of persons have really came into the park since, and they will look to see which one of these teams. That's an infringement there. What you can call a professional foul. They look like on the number 18 striker. She looked very upset that she was upended there, and stop her, impede her process in going towards a goal. We see a substitute that looks like it's going to be number 24. Number 24 for the Youngsters. Coming out is she doesn't look too happy at all. But number 24 there for the Youngsters in Lovey Bell. She has taken the place. Is at the right back position as they look to really pull a goal back here. Here we see the ball being cleared only as far as number 8. Here is K trying to get around the player there and across, and that one could have spelled some danger there, but that was some good work there by the diminutive number 6K, getting around the defenders there and putting that one into the box. The ball rebound and ricocheted into the over the line for a goal kick, and it seems as though a player would have picked up a knock there, and so it's certainly been given some treatment, but she's up on her feet and looks to be okay. Just in necessary protocol. Maybe she just picked up a knock because there was some heavy congested there. Is K number 6 with the corner kick. Okay. Well, look, she did play short corner. Number 4 blazed the ball across the box. Tried to force it in goal, blocked, and it appears it's going to be a Another corner kick. And the goalkeeper in the Shining Stars goal is saying, let's wait. I'm not too sure why she... that's not good sportsmanship at all. She picked the ball up and just dropped it on the other side of the goal line. It's not good sportsmanship or sportsmanship at all there on the part of the goalkeeper. As if to say, well, let them come and get it. Here is Richardson. Good corner kick, heads going up. And there could have been a goal back. They're still in with a chance, but now this time the head goes straight into the hands of the goalkeeper there. But it was a very, very good corner there taken by Richardson and almost pulling a goal back. Here is the Little Soldiers. Loses out there. Here is the diminutive number 5. Number 5. She looks up, squares back. Number 13 there, still with it. She chips the ball forward. Shakila just loses it out there. And here is Vanderpool, but there's Adriana coming too. And here is number 5, number 13, trying to link some passes together for the Shining Stars. And the ball being put to Esther coming off of a line and picking up tosses now quickly. Ball being booted upfield, but only as far as the Shining Stars defender there, and that's an offside. So it's still 2-0 in favor of the Shining Stars. 2 goals scored in the first half in the 24th minute. And in the 34th minute of play. Ball being booted downfield. Here's Kid trying to run onto it, but cleared away. Here is number 3 there, and an infringement there on the part of the Shining Stars player, and the ball being booted all the way to the far side of the field. And as they wait for another ball to take the spot kick. But I can say the youngsters, they have looked a little bit sharper in the second half. Certainly sure that Coach Boris would have said, you need to let it all out there on the field, because you've only got 45 minutes in which to pull 2 goals back. You see kick taken. Ball drops in front of the player there and booted over there by Richardson. This one is going to head for a corner kick again. And Richardson jogs over to take it. She just completed what should have been a really good corner kick, given her team an opportunity to at least pull a goal back. They didn't make use of it. Here is Richardson. Corner kick taken. Chips over, but nice back heel there by Kay. Here is Adriana. Shot on goal, but headed away there. And there's number 4. Trying to get ahead on that one. Does so, but the goalkeeper is going to be equal to the task. She collects and jogs to her line. We are into the 54th minute of play. So we have played some 9 minutes into this second half. And it's still 2-0 in favor of the Shining Stars. It was Connor doing some good work, but just a little too hard a touch, and the player over there on the far side not able to control. You see boot upfield trying to find the striker there for, is Esteward coming off our line and just knocking that ball up the field. See two players running on it. The ball being squared up nicely for number 5. She stops, she looks up, passes inside to the number 6 player, but number 6 is in challenge there. Is that by Adrian? And here is player they're trying to, nice move there by the number 5, trying to get around. There is the striker, but nicely defended there by the number 3, the diminutive number 3 player there in the defense there for the Youngsters, and was able to not give anything away at all other than a throw-in to the Shining Stars. Here we see the Youngsters, not the Gazelles. They would have played over the course of the weekend. But the Youngsters, they are trying to really at least pull a goal back for the start, but like I said, been mounting much better pressure in the second half. Here is ball is with the right side of defense. Youngsters not being able to get around it properly and clear it up, but she pushed it into touch for a throw in there to the Shining Stars. It's the Shining Stars 2-0, and we had goal coming in the 25th minute on the 34th minute of play. Here is number 5. Gets around, tries to get around number 12, but loses out there. Here is the number 12 for the Youngsters, but she's been fiercely challenged there by Vanterpool, number 5. She's very sharp, very speedy in midfield. Quite a number of tricks as well, but so it's a throw-in to the Shining Stars in their defensive third. Ball is pushed some distance away, so the play has been held up for a little bit. We don't have our regular ball boys and girls here this evening. And so throw taken. Here is Richardson. Trying to put that one over, but it's falls into touch for another throw-in from similar position, that is. And so Things have just been slowed down just a little bit. Big boot upfield by the number 3, trying to find the diminutive number 6K, but headed away there by Shining Stars. Adrian trying to control. Here's Adriana. She looks up and have a shot at goal, but blocked there by the Shining Stars player. And here we see a tame shot this time coming in from the number 18 player. And the goalkeeper there in the Shining Stars goal is able to collect and drags closer to the 18 yards backs. She boots the ball upfield, but only as far as the defense there for the Youngsters, who ball coming off of the thigh of the player there and into touch for a throw-in for the Shining Stars. So it's 2-0 in the favor of the Shining Stars, and they have kept that lead for some 60 minutes of play. So just another 30 minutes plus whatever injury time to be added. And if the Youngsters really are to get anything from this match, they will certainly need to get on the score sheet anytime now. An infringement there on the part of the number 3 player there for the Youngsters. Number 3 is Regina Richards. Here we see a big boot of Shakila, but only as far as the defense there for the Shining Stars. And two players seems to have collided there. And player there and number 13 for, is that number 13? It's like number 13, Roxanne Bracha. She's just picked up a knock, but she's up on her feet and walking about and look as if she's ready to continue again, yes. The referee's asking her to jog off the field before play can resume. 62 minutes have played in this match, and it's all the Shining Stars. They have got the 2 goals to show for it. Here you see a clearance coming through, and Esther Ward again, a lot coming off the line and clearing. Had she not done so, she could have been in some danger because the striker was bearing down on that true pass there, and Ward playing goalkeeping off of a line a bit was able to at least help the defenders there and clearing that one into touch for a throw-in. Throw taken. Bracha, 13, trying to get around, but this challenge there is Shakila. Regina, miscontrol, but the ball being booted out by Shakila again. Here is Vanterpool, number 5. She's trying to shield, but she's been pushed further back into her defensive half. She passes back, and there K strips the player. Here is K. She passes to number 18. Nice footwork there. K picks up, knocks further forward. Number 22 boots the ball upfield for Richardson, but the defender certainly playing smartly, leaving that ball running to touch for a goal kick. They are the team that are in the lead and certainly saying, well, we don't really have to push anything. They will have to bring the game to us. We can just sit back here because we have already scored 2 goals and we are comfortable. So they're not playing defensive as in all defensive, but they are letting the play come to the team, and on occasion they are certainly trying to play from the counter attack. This ball was cleared a lot far from the field. Here is number 22. Taken away there, but it's a throw-in to the youngsters as they look to press further forward. We're into the 65th minute of play. And time is slowly drifting away from the youngsters here this evening. They have not really had a good shot on goal. Nothing that would trouble the keeper in the Shining Stars goal. Here we see throw coming over, heads going up, cleared away. And that one trying to get the ball upfield was Vanterpool number 5. And she actually did so. Well, here is Shakila number 8. Boots the ball upfield, but only as far as Bracha. Bracha loses out there to Regina. Regina trying to find the strikers at the top, but not able to do so. Ball finding the hands of the goalkeeper there in the Shining Stars goal. Here is the youngsters giving away there. Vanterpool to number 8. Number 8 speeding away. She's been challenged there, but here is Vanterpool. Skips past one, but not going to get around Shakila. Partially cleared a block, but here is... Is that an offside? It's a free kick. It's a free kick, but if it's a free kick, maybe John probably could have tried to play a little bit of an advantage. Number 22, just on control, gets around the player there, number 22, speeding away. Nice move inside. Here is K, number 6. This could be trouble. A shot and goal, but blocked and cleared away there by the defense there for the Shining Stars. Yes, a good build-up play there. Pushing was the youngsters, K and number 22, really doing good work there. Almost gotten in, but the stout defense of the Shining Stars came away up strong. Here is a corner kick taken quickly. And a shot at goal, but this one goes over the bar. Corner kick taken quickly and chipped in to the box there by Shari Richardson. And was having a shot at goal, but not real directed, and was not able to really get it on target as they would have liked. So pushing the numbers here, pushing the game here is the youngsters, and it's a... we're going to see another change, number 29, in the person of so that's number 12 coming out. Number 12 in the person of Janelka Richardson Fleming. And in number 29, Kishma Smith. So, sorry, number 15, that is. Number 15. Brooks and number 29, Smith coming in. But here's the fleet-footed Vanterpool, number 5. Fleet-footed Vanterpool, number 5. She squares in the middle, but... that one is going to reach to the boot of the number 4 defender there, Richardson Fleming. And maybe Vanterpool could have at least sell what we call a dummy, because she had acres of space up the wing. She has the speed, she has the skill. Maybe she thought that the player would have been in with a chance had she squared it inside. So she tried to, but was cut out there by the number 4 there for the youngsters. Here we see a clearance by Richardson going into touch for a throw-in. They're certainly losing time here, and they need to be mounting an attack, in waves. They have to mount some attack in waves if they are to really do anything, not sporadic attacks like we just saw just a while ago. They need to really mount some attack. Here is number 5 picking up the pass at clears, but is still with number 5. She's trying to chip it inside, and Seeing flag here from Corwin right in front of us. And it appears to be the ball went into touch. Here is minute number 3. Here is number 4 in the defense. Tries to go further forward, but Richardson Fleming the number there for the defense there in the Youngsters. Players, here is Adriana. Further in field to Richardson. Richardson chips over. Kay trying to hold on to it. Here is number 18. She goes further wide to number 2, but she's been challenged there by the number 5 player in Vanderpool for the Shining Stars and gaining a corner there. So they are mounting the pressure, but has not gotten anything to show for it just yet. But we'll see as they continue. Time is winding down. We just have another 20 minutes or so. Another 20 minutes or so into this game. And it's still the Shining Stars 2-0. Goals coming in the first half in the 24th and the 25th and the 34th minute. Here we see corner kick coming through and cleared away for a throw. Number 24 taking the quick choke quickly. Here is Richardson. Ball booted upfield, but that one is going to sail over the goal line for a goal kick to the Shining Stars. So, in front of a small but appreciable crowd here this evening, it's the Shining Stars getting 2 goals in the first half and maintaining their 2-goal cushion. Here is Kate trying to get around the defender there in Barry, but here is good shielding there by Lake, and she pushes for the field to Minute. Minute speeding around the number 4 player there, but cannot get around the stout figure there of the number 4, but number 4 there in Richardson Fleming clearing. And here is Bracha, number 13. Bracha, she stops. It goes further past number 4. She's continuing. She cuts the ball back, and there's a shot coming in on goal, but Ward is going to come and collect nicely, and no damage done there. A good football there all around by both teams. Shining Stars mounting an attack, but equal to the task was Ward in goal. Here you see a goal kick taken. Adriana controls, but Shari cleans up. Here is the number 22. Number 18 now, but coming across smartly is the number 2 player there in the person of and Kay was trying to speed in there, but held partially there, but nothing of note for the referee to show any concern by way of calling a penalty. But it's another corner kick to the Youngsters. They have gotten some 3 or 4 corner kicks from this end right here on their left side of the defense side of the Shining Stars. There you see corner kick taken, and is that Adriana trying to guide that one across the near post, but not being able to do so, and it's a goal kick here to the Shining Stars. They are the ones in the ascendancy. Some 2-0 goals coming in the first half, and they have maintained that. Not without some challenge though, but they have held their own, have kept their own, and I'm certainly sure they will look to get all 3 points. But in the meantime, the Youngsters have other ideas. Here we see a cross coming through. Here is Kay again, getting around the player there, but there was a player coming through. Missing out there was the striker there, the number 18 player. Here is Richardson crossing the ball. And here is Kay again, the diminutive speedy Kay. She looks up, squares back. Richardson chips over. Is someone going to run onto that one? But Lake over on in the defensive in on defense, clearing into touch for a throw in there to the youngsters. So the youngsters, they're really pushing for that, at least a solitary goal to at least give themselves some, good energy. Here is Minute from a pass from Bradshaw. Minute going down, just tripping over herself a little bit. Here is number 4. She was trying to thread the needle there, but Lake picks up, looks up, boots the ball upfield, finding Minute again. Here is Minute. She looks up, blocked there, only as far as Lake though. Lake picks up again, and she boots the ball in field. This time Bradshaw picks up. She tries to control, and Shakila with, seems as though it's going to be an infringement. The referee assistant over there in Burton would have pointed the opposite direction, and in the meantime, Bradshaw, probably just going down a little bit heavy, but she gets up and, looks as if she's okay. Yes. So, though the youngsters, they are mounting quite a number of attacks, they have been kept at bay there by the defense of the Shining Stars. Here is the Shining Stars. Number 8 dribbles past 1, but only as far as the number 4 for youngsters. Here is Adriana trying to get to 2 players. Does well, and heavily tackled. The referee says play on, no foul, no infringement. And Shari Richardson, the number 11 midfield player there, has to get back in defensive duties and clear for a throw-in. We are into the 77 minute of play. 77 minute of play. So some 13 minutes to go. The Shining Stars, they're taking their blessed time. Here we see throw coming in to Vanderpool. She skips over, looks up, crosses, but Regina, number 3, cuts out. Here is that number 18 there, but loses out. Here is Lake. Lake gets past one. This could be dangerous. Shot at goal, but Esther equal to the task. Not collect there by Esther Ward. But Lake was certainly in on goal, and she kicks the ball very well, but Esther was right on the near post, was able to clutch that one out of the air, and for a good save. Here you see the ball beat the field, but partially controlled there, and certainly show that the linesman would have seen that handball. So a little bit more intensity into the game this evening as it winds down. A little bit more intensity. The youngsters, they are certainly trying to pull a goal back. We see number 30 for the youngsters. You see the big kick coming over there, but partially cleared there. Adriana picking up. Lake all the way in defense. There clears upfield. Here is Bradshaw. She picks up. Tries to, the back heels, but Claire didn't deal with it that well. Here is number 22. She tries to skip past one, and coming across is the defender there in the number 2 player for the Shining Stars, number 2. That's Anissa Matthew, and it's going to be substitute number 30. Number 30 for the youngsters, Mauricia Sadler has replaced the number 20 player there. And so Coach the number 22 player, coming off. So Coach Burris trying to ring the changes and making sure that at least he can pull a goal back here. We are into the 80th minute of play. And apparently the coach, Mr. Burris, would have said something that Mr. John, the referee's assistant, is not satisfied with, and he's been given a yellow card. So some excitement here. So he's been given a yellow card, a warning that is. Next one will certainly be red card on off the bench. As we see, not seeing many changes being made by the Shining Stars. They have basically kept quite a consistent squad, but as the minutes ticks away, they are going to make a substitute, and it's the number 6 player, number six, yes, in the person of number 6, Jody Vanterpool. Yes, Jody. And she has taken the place of Bracha, who has been in the wars and probably just decided, well, the coach Dino, they have seen that she has gotten enough and certainly feeling comfortable that he has gotten a 2-goal cushion, and so he could afford to take off one of his better players. Here we see a big boot upfield from Shakila, and that one goal rolls into touch. We are into the 81st minute of play, and so another 9 minutes to go before the fat lady starts to sing here in this match, the Shining Stars versus the Youngsters. It's been keenly contested, especially in the second half. Aside from those two goals that came in the space of 10 minutes apart, here is the speedy, that one is going to run out of touch. Yes, and it's just throwing there, not enough room for the speedy Vanterpool, running out of acre space. Here we see the throw taken quickly. Cleared up field by number 10. But here is Adriana trying to muscle her way in. It's K. K's find Adriana. Good pass by the Youngsters. Here is the number 18 player. She stops. She was able to run until she stops. She looks up. Squares to number 30. Here is Sharice Richardson. But big clearance there. Big clearance for a corner kick to the Youngsters. So, Shining Stars, they are not taking any prisoners. They are not taking any chances at all. They are making sure that they maintain this 2-goal cushion, and that they see themselves gaining all 3 points here this evening. But they've still got another 8 minutes to defend, and a goal can come in a minute. 2 goals can come in 2 minutes. So they'll have to be on their P's and Q's. Here is Richardson. Corner kick taken. Not a good one this time. Wasted corner kick by Richardson this time, and has, released some of the pressure from the Shining Stars as they take their time gently. Not able to control, so ball going into touch for a throw-in. So taken quickly. Here is Adriana trying to square inside, but ball blocked all the way back to the defense of the Shining Stars. She partially clears to number 4, who finds Richardson across field. A little dummy there, but not being able to find a number 30 player there. There is Regina, number 3. And here is Shakila. She knocks the ball into touch for a throw-in. Thought she had enough time to go all the way back to Esther, because they need as many possessions as possible if they really are to at least get a goal here this afternoon. So they cannot afford to be giving away the ball that many times. But I guess you were probably saying, well, safety first. Here we see a play. Here is number 30. She looks up, finds Richardson. Richardson trying to find Kay, but player there for Shining Stars coming across and collecting. Here is Kay. There is some tussle going on. And it seems as though Kay might have picked up a knock in her mouth there. But the number 2 defender coming away with it. Here is Lake. Lake, she's beckoning. She's saying, go for wide post. And here's a cross. It's a partial shot cross. And the ball going into touch. Well, actually, Esther coming all the way and collecting. I thought for a moment there, from my vantage point, that the ball would have rolled over the touchline. But Esther gathering by feet in and barely picking that one. Here's Adriana. Squares to Richardson. Richardson trying to find the striker there, number 18. Tiara. Here is it's an infringement, and the player in disgust has just backed heeled the ball. But what the youngsters will need to do, they will need to get the ball. Well, Esther realized that they need to get the ball quickly because the time is going. It's only another 4 minutes to go. And the youngsters, they are actually not anxious to get this ball at all. It's as if they're leading 2-0 and saying they needed to get that ball as quickly as possible because the kick is actually for them, and so they would need to get that ball quickly as possible to get plays going. Quite interesting that Start didn't really start. I'm not sure what's the reason, but for whatever reason, it seems as though she's going to probably the final throw of the dice for the youngsters. Here we see the player there, number 17, being introduced, and shot coming in, but still trouble here, trouble, but finally cleared away there as we see a player there for the youngsters is on the map on the carpet. But the free kick was taken, and he was somewhat in a bundle here trying to force the ball over the line, but not releasing any strain at all was the defense there for the Shining Stars, and they were able to eventually clear away and avoid whatever possible danger was there. And so, as the clock ticks down, play has been held up just a bit. So I'm looking for anything between 5 minutes here for injury time, that is. Yes, you're not missing any. I think maybe they could well make this substitute as well. What is going on? I'm not too sure. The referee John is all the way over on the line. I would want to think that they could have introduced this substitute in the meantime. Well, probably not the ideal time to make the sub because then you wouldn't know whether or not that player who is injured, you might need to take that player off as well. So maybe it's a good idea that he waited because then that could have at least adjusted the substitute right up there for start, but all right, so it's going to be number 18. Number 18 for the Youngsters. Number 18 for the Youngsters in Tiara Richardson. She's been replaced by Reba Stott. So Reba Stott may probably well have maybe about 6 minutes to see if she can pull a goal back here for the Shining Stars. What is the Shining Stars? Here is Minute, loses out there to Regina, number 3. Here is Connor trying to find Stott. Here is Stott. Stott picks up, knocks the ball back. Here's Connor, not controlling. Minute boots the ball upfield. We have played 90 minutes. And Shakila doing well, but Lake picks up and boots the ball upfield and finds the hand of Esther Ward. I didn't see the amount of time the fourth official would have signal on her board. Here is Adriana. Nice turn there by Adriana. Here's Adriana. She's trying to find, is that K, but cut out there. And the ball is with Vanderpool. She squares to the center. Nicely to number 17, getting her first touch. She's in there, head's going up. You see, start not controlling the ball, letting it drop and bounce away for a throw in there. Not a good possession there at all by Start, but I'm certainly sure that the Shining Stars, they're going to take their blessed time. They're going to take every minute off of the clock as much as they can take here this afternoon. So it's a goal kick there for the Shining Stars as they are throwing in their final dice here this afternoon, this evening. So the Shining Stars, they are making the change. I think that's number 16 is replacing number 19. So number 19, Rolanda Webster. Yes, Rolanda Webster is coming on and she's replacing Jenna Lake. Sorry, number 19, Jenna Lake, is replaced by number 16, Rolanda Webster. That's an offside. So just joined us. We can tell you that this match got on its way just about 6 o'clock there. 6:30. And it was a two-goal strike in the 25th minute and the 34th minute of play. I saw the Shining Stars taking a 2-0 lead into the halftime, and they have maintained that lead, even though there have been some pressure from the Youngsters in this second half. They have not seen the back of the net yet, and so they are still in the 2-goal lead. Here's Adriana, just a heavy touch there, and this could spell danger, but Esther Ward reading well and clearing as she frantically jogged back to take up her goal position. Here is Vanderpool. Here is Vanderpool. And it's big clearance as some attention being given by the player there. She might have picked up a knock, and She's, more or less grimacing in pain as we just about winding our way down. And we've seen here another yellow card being flashed. Not sure who would have picked that card up, but someone has been given another yellow card. I'm not sure whether a player would have said something, because they all stopped when they saw the player on the ground, and they probably are saying, well, ref, what's happening? So some player has been held up, so to show more added time. Not sure what is happening. The physios, they are off the field, but the player is still down. And I'm not too sure what's happening. The physios were there, but they came off. The player is still on. The player is still sitting up. And now see the coach being called. Don't know whether or not she would have refused the treatment of the physiotherapist, but they were actually there already. And really strange, because they were actually there, the physiotherapists were there. It appears as if they were asked to leave the field, and so they retreated to their position, and we're still seeing the support being given there for a stretcher, and the player is not accepting. Is that Richardson? Found it quite strange that she didn't allow the physio to take care of her, but we see some showers, so they have cleared the area, some showers. But we are into the dying moments of this game. The injury time has just been lengthened. And there you have it. It's the final whistle in the end of our nightcap game. It's the Shining Stars overcoming the Youngsters here this evening by a score of 2-0. And they have taken all 3 points here this afternoon, this evening. And so we thank you for joining us. We look forward to be with you again tomorrow when the men will do battle. Tomorrow we will see the Diamonds FC. They will do battle against the Attackers FC. And we are looking forward to joining you then. It was 2 goals in the first half, in the 25th minute on the 34th minute of play, that see the Shining Stars coming away with a 2-goal advantage and taking all 3 points over the Youngsters. So until then, we meet you tomorrow for a midweek match in the male division, the Attackers, versus the Diamonds. We bid you good evening, and we look forward to joining you again tomorrow, God's willing. Same time, same place. Back to Master Control.